Is it a coincidence that the champs you love to play are not in the roles they're best in, or is something going on? I have no idea. I have no clue. He plays every new champ mid lane except for the actual mid laners? Well, what were the last mid laners? Like, that's not me, bro. Okay. Vex. Oh, Akshan. I played Akshan a little. Give me, like, Yone is like the closest thing to a mid laner that I would enjoy. Yone is the closest thing. But, Tom, you understand why I can't be a Yone OTP, right? Like, that's incredibly clear. No, because, like, if I wasn't a streamer and I actually just cared about ranking up, I would be a Yone main, and every single one of my accounts would be GM, and my challenger account would probably be higher. Yone is kind of spectator sport even more than Viego, though. I think he'd be just as mad. I disagree. I think Yone scales harder, and I think Yone has an easier time getting a lead early, especially with lethal tempo. I think that getting a lead with Viego is way harder than getting a lead with Yone. Isn't the issue with Viego that he's a scrappy brawler but his passive is ungodly broken, so they had to make him as a fighter completely worthless? Pretty much, yeah. And what I was talking to Riot August in his Twitch chat yesterday. What I keep asking them to do is nerf his fucking passive. But like, I understand from August's perspective because he's like, it's really hard to just like to tinker with the passive because the whole point of it is that like if you kill a 10-0 Vayne, the point is you are Vayne. But if you take over Vayne and then you have your items, then you're not Vayne. Or you take over Vayne and you're doing less damage than her, then you're not Vayne. And I'm like, I understand that, but like, it needs to be like, there has to be some fucking happy medium between the fantasy of the character being able to be lived out and him not being just a fucking reset bot.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
We were beautiful.
I won't freeze on you, Cameron. I'm not that big of a dick. I won't freeze on you even though I should. It seems more complicated than just reduce passive numbers, increase other numbers. What I'm suggesting is that they put some sort of ratio on his passive that scales with AD and attack speed. And like the same way that you go into ARAM, and in ARAM certain champions, they just do a flat less percent or more percent of their damage. And what I'm suggesting is, unless you're hitting certain thresholds, you won't be doing 100% of the damage of the target that you take over. That's what I'm suggesting. Or they can just remove his passive heal entirely. Or remove the invulnerability. Dude, you have to understand, it's like, the way that I like to enjoy Viego, I wouldn't give a fuck if they removed literally the entirety of his passive. Like, if his passive just healed him and gave him a free Zhonya's, I would not care. Like, if his passive no longer turned him into the characters, I wouldn't care. Because I like Viego for Viego. Yeah, I like turning into other people's characters and showing them that I'm way better than they'll ever fucking dream to be with their main champion. But it's like, I don't need that. I like Viego, so... What would you have as passive if it weren't resets? No, I'm saying you go into... So, okay, here's what I'm saying. And they're not going to do this for a variety of reasons. But I'm saying if they did this, I wouldn't care. Right? This is his new passive. A Wraith drops. He picks up the Wraith. It heals him. It gives him a fucking stopwatch. And it resets his ult cooldown. But other than that, he's still Viego. I would have no issue. I would have no qualms. Okay. If that means that he can also be like a real champion, then I have no qualms. Like, if that means he can have his auto range, and if that means he can have his fucking WE, that's just Tryndamere? I don't think so. I think Tryndamere and Viego are incredibly different. Isn't that like Bel'Veth? Yeah, I guess it's more like Bel'Veth, yeah. I think that's a more apt comparison. Yeah, but no one would play him? I would, Smile. Yeah, no, they're not going to do that for a variety of reasons, guys. I know that they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that for a variety of reasons. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that I'm attached to Viego. I don't give a fuck about his passive that turns him into other people. I want Viego to be stronger. Because his passive that turns him into other people is incredibly reliant on your team. So Wick, yes Thomas. This song is so good. And Viego has other champs? Yes. Viego still has the highest skill ceiling, if that's your question. Daedalus? I don't know who the fuck that is. Is that like another singer, or is that a god? I don't know what that is. Daedalus and Icarus. Neat. You ever go Kraken before Bork? No, not really. I heard Ruthuth talk about going Kraken before Bork sometimes if they're stacking armor. Like if you're up against like, I don't know, a tank, I guess. But I play, I'm not kidding you when I say, like, I play League of Legends around the Bork proc. Like that's just how I play League, is around the proc of Bork. That ult is so unnecessary.
She was the star of the path. Without him, not
Dude, me and fucking Cameron are just CSing. This is a chill lane, Cameron. This is a chill lane, bro. Sorry, Cameron, I have to do it. I meant to do the fucking... I didn't want to flex on him. I meant to do this. Should have spared him in the pit. I really do not give a fuck about this account's OP. Maybe I should have.
An enemy has been slain.
No mercy for Isolde roleplay. But that's how my stream used to be, man. I used to fucking get really into it, bro. Now I'm just a broken man. It's great seeing what Viego is capable of when someone knows what they're doing. Thanks, that's very kind of you to say. I'm sorry. I don't even know if I beat him. Fuck it. Dude, I'm losing! Oh my god, Cameron, what the fuck? Oh my god. Dude, what the fuck? Holy fuck. I'm Bork fucking Kraken and I'm 10-0, dude. I'm 10-0. What the fuck? How can you laugh at that? It's genuinely disturbing that you lost that. Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. No, like, I'm legit, like, the Joker is literally, like, I am literally the Joker. Like, the Joker is literally me. Like, I receive pain and I just start laughing. Like, Batman breaks my spine over his knee, I start laughing. Because I just can't believe that I can't believe it's I am the Joker. I'm also Ryan Gosling in any movie he's ever been in. If Viego got another nerf, would you care? I guess it would depend on what the nerf is. If you got another, like... Uh-oh. I fucked up really hard. I deserve to die, to be honest. I fucked up really hard. But, it would depend on what the nerf is. And also, like, why Riot would do it. Because the current thing is that... I'm pretty sure this is the first day, I think maybe ever. I wonder if anyone can verify that. I think this is the first time ever in Viego's entire, like, time of being a champion where he was not picked or banned today in LEC at all. once. He wasn't picked or banned. So he might be actually just shit. Like, me and Jabloni were talking about, or like Jabloni was talking about it, and I was agreeing with him. It's like, what could be really sad is that, like, the WE nerf does affect Viego in pro play, right? It affects solo queue more, in my opinion. But it does affect Viego in pro play. But the thing is, Viego was already not, like, great. Viego was already, like, it's not like he's winning every game. So these nerfs might just be enough to push him over. So then the sad thing is that, like, Riot might see that and being like, well, we have to keep WE off this champion. Which would be really sad. His MSI win rate was insanely low. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying, is that the champion was already not that strong. Like, Viego, and like, go check the games Viego wins. T1 won a game with Viego like a couple days ago, or like a week ago. He did 3,000 damage. They won that game, and he did, like, Viego isn't even doing anything. He's just showing up. Like, he did 3,000 damage. He's not doing anything. So, what I would say is, if Viego got nerfed again after he's not being picked in pro play and he's horrible in solo queue, then yeah, I'd be a bit upset, I think. Oh my... What, Cameron? What the fuck? Dude, okay. The only reason why I'm upset is because I don't know what else I'm supposed to be building. Because I have Bork... Like, maybe if Wit's End was LDR, I win. Because I'm like... I have Bork Kraken and he's not dying. My mom put these fucking girthy rods on my desk. Maybe I should have a rod. Right, if you're listening. This is the only thing you can remove about Viego that exists. His ult unstoppability. If Viego's ult unstoppability got removed, I would break down into tears, I think. I've already broken down into tears over Viego getting there. I think I would be in a river. You might find me in a river, I fear. You might find me in a river.